This episode of Rolled Up is brought to you by Fuji Sports. I'm an avid traveler, CEO of BudoVideos.com, and lifelong student of the martial arts, who strives to know more about the competitors and instructors who are revolutionizing the jiu-jitsu lifestyle. Join me in my journey as I train, learn, and get rolled up. On this episode of Rolled Up, I cruised down to San Diego to spend the whole day with one of the most well-known competitors in the Gracie family, 7th degree red and black belt, Royler Gracie.
Royler, is breakfast your favorite meal of the day?
All the meals is my favorite, man. You know, I love it. I love to eat, you know. And breakfast is good. I like the dinner too, you know, because I do the same thing with the different juice. You know, if I eat cantaloupe in the morning, try to eat like an apple in the night, sometimes watermelon, yeah.
So is breakfast and dinner your light meals?
It's a very light meal.
And lunch is your heavier?
Yeah, a little more heavy. At least if I go with dinner with my wife or go somebody's house, and then I switch a little bit. I just take a juice in the lunch and then big meal in the night.
And are your meals do they always follow the Gracie diet?
Yeah, we follow the Gracie diet. Well, the reason, that's a good question. The reason we eat the heavy meal in the lunch, because my uncle believe the heavy meal in the night and then you go to sleep, is make your body work a lot to make the digest. And then the time you relax is make you work, is still work. It's different than the time in the lunchtime you have a more heavy meal and then you're already active. It's not a problem, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, well, let's get it on here. First, we're gonna open one and two. It's beautiful.
That's good.
It's fun, you know, because people ask about the Gracie diet and say, hey, you do this since you're a little kid. Well, we don't have choice. I open my refrigerator at home, I don't see the kind of different stuff. I only see fruits, you know.
No Coca-Cola.
No Coca-Cola, no kind of, you know, and that's making us feel like, you know, it's something you enjoy to eat all the time. It's not something, say, oh my God, I need to eat this. Nah. And health, you know. And then we coming from Brazil, it's a place, it's a lot of different fruits, you know. It's everywhere you got, you know. In the days today in Brazil, is every corner we have a juice place, you know, it's make for you right there. Fresh. I think it's not because Brazil have a lot of fruits, because the family culture bring this to Brazil, you know, and this helps a lot, yeah.
So when a lot of people think about diets, they think about restricting things, not being able to eat what they want to eat. Did you ever feel like you wanted to eat things outside of the diet?
You know what? The diet I have, it's not exist 5 years or 6 years. They already exist for more than 7 years. And that's making me feel, you know, happy with my uncle diet. And that's, I love to do it. And then he say, you know, I'm gonna use you guys like experiment. And he's right, 100%.
Yeah, you're in great shape.
You know, we actually teach all day long, breathe the same air, you know, the student training, and then we're supposed to be sick all the time. And then, let me tell you, I see my father sick one time in his whole life. It's amazing, you know. Yeah. I think it's work.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people talk about acai being one of the main fruits that your uncle Carlos Gracie Sr. Used. Do you eat acai often?
Yeah. We don't have too much in here in the United States, but we start to have couple ones. They work and bring it from Brazil. and then I just really like, yeah, it's amazing. We have a couple different ones, you know. I wish I can be good in jiu-jitsu, the ability I have with the knife.
But what's important is fresh fruit, right?
Yeah, that's make a big difference, you know. Of course, if you don't have the option, it's okay. But if you have the option, it's much better if you can bring the fruit from the tree, you know, and just go to your table. That's completely different.
I've heard rumors that your uncle, Carlos Gracie Sr., invented the acai smoothie. Do you think that's true?
Well, I'm eat acai as soon as as soon as I'm born. But for sure, he's the first guy bringing the acai from the North Brazil to the South.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the days today is like I say, go every corner in Brazil, people used to drink acai. You know, and then that's 100%, it's him. He bring all this stuff and he's the one, you know, because we don't have acai in Rio de Janeiro. And then sometimes the acai arrives in the house and then everybody all excited, you know, because it comes from North Brazil and it's big bag with the kind of, you know, it's only for us house, you know, it's crazy. And is everybody excited to eat the acai? It's a fun, you know, say that, but I used to see the watermelons in home, like 10 kilos watermelon. I don't see one. I see 10, 12.
Wow.
You know, the cream cheese, like the cream cheese, the regular cream cheese, you call it the ones we have here. We have this one in Brazil, is a catupiry. With the guy, we don't buy one in the supermarket. The factory they leave to us every week is a box and box to the house.
Wow.
You know.
How many people lived in that house?
Oh, it's the man. The kitchen is 24 hours.
Wow.
It's amazing, you know. This house, everything work like a clock, you know. We have sometimes in the ranch house, we have 3 meals for the kids, 0 to 6, 6 to 14, and 14 to the adults. And then you see the belt ring once, and the little kids come. The second one, the juvenile, and then the adults.
Wow.
It's amazing, yeah. It's the same thing in the breakfast, the lunch, dinner. Most of the time we have 3 or 4 meals a day.
Wow.
Yeah, and then as my uncle have a house in Teresópolis, is a 22 rooms with the bedrooms. And the kitchen is bigger than the house. Wow. Like that's the main part in the house is the kitchen, you know.
And all these kids are training jiu-jitsu?
Everybody, yeah. We just put the big I don't know how to say, it's a carpet in the gram and outside, and then we'd be outside training. Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
It's amazing. Okay, let's make some noise here. Can be more fresh than this, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of love, man.
Some people say when you juice, you lose some of the important parts of the fruit, like the fiber. What do you think about that?
Well, if you like, I can leave the.
I'll prefer the juice.
I can leave the banana outside for the guys, you know, pineapple. Right. Every time someone say this, okay, I'm gonna keep the outside for you guys. Right. You know. No, I don't think so, man. You know.
How many different juices do you make?
How many different ones?
Yeah, every day something different?
I used to make watermelon. That's the one's my favorite. Cantaloupe and apple.
Okay.
Apple. Yeah. That's the ones.
Three main ones.
Yeah, the ones I like. Yeah, not every day. You know, sometimes apple, sometimes. Most of the times watermelon. I like watermelon in the night. That's the one I like.
Just pure watermelon?
Yeah, just pure watermelon with the kind of toast, cheese, you know. And sometimes I change, you know. Sometimes I make a banana with apple, make an apple juice, and put a banana in the blender and mix, boom, and sometimes a little cream cheese. That's a good one. Yeah, sometimes banana, cream cheese, and watermelon juice. That's a good one.
What's the idea of mixing cream cheese with your juice?
Well, just to make it a little more thick.
Okay.
Yeah, and just give you a little more, you know, kind of power. Because sometimes it's only the juice, and kind of 3 hours you're gonna be hungry again. You know, it's kind of easy to digest. We're gonna put this one here. Yeah. Let's get it on. There you go. Sweet, huh?
That's really good.
Looks like you put the sugar.
Right? That's right.
No sugar. You know.
That doesn't need anything. So would this be about the size of a meal that you would usually eat for breakfast?
Yeah. We don't drink 1 little cup. We make a kind of full blender, you know, and that's gonna be my meal. If someone come and eat like Hickson and me, we're not gonna split the blender. I make one for me, one for him. Same thing with Royce, you know. We need to kind of, yeah.
So what do you think of the typical American breakfast of pancakes and eggs and sausage and bacon?
Well, they try to do as a strong meal in the morning, you know. Well, we don't eat pork, you know. Eggs is good, you know, and the combination they make is some combination is okay, you know, we can do it. And like I say, they believe is a kind of more, the first meal need to be the strong meal. And for us, it's not make a difference. As soon as we eat health, we good, we comfortable, and then because I know I'm gonna eat again.
After the delicious Gracie breakfast, Royler takes me into his home office to show me some of his mementos from his long, successful career as a BJJ, ADCC, and MMA competitor.
A lot of history in this room. So these 4 are from the World Championships?
Yep. That's the first one, 1996, 97, 98, 99. That's my last one. It's a 4 in a row. It's beautiful.
That's awesome.
I just keep the gis, you know. One time after the wars, most of the time I do this, you know, after my fight, I just throw the gi, you know. And but before I throw the gi, I just go there, change, and throw the one. It's exactly the same gi. You know, I always bring 2 gis, and then I throw one. You know, it's not the one I use.
Right.
That's the ones I use.
Yeah.
And sometimes the people fight in the crowd. It's kind of nice. Yeah.
Of those 4 championships, is there one most memorable match?
Well, all them is kind of good. I'd say, you know, one for each daughter I have.
Oh, okay.
I have 4 daughters. Yeah, I just try to give one for each. But it's the first one is kind of amazing, you know, it's everything star, 1996. And 1997 is the year I competed in the Open. I just took a 3rd place. It's kind of little guy like me, you know.
Yeah, for a featherweight in the Open, that's almost unheard of.
Yeah, and then all the guys more than 220, and then I'm the light guy, and then I got the 3rd place. It's 98 is actually solid, you know, as be the champion in the class. Well, and then 99 is one of the tough years because it's 5 fights. And all the fights is kind of memorable fights, you know. I fight with Leo Vieira, Leozinho, I fight Draculino, I fight all these guys, you know. It's amazing. And and that's putting me in the place, you know, okay, I deserve to have all the titles.
Yeah, for sure. You didn't compete in the Worlds after 99, did you? How did you know you were done competing at Worlds after 99?
Well, as a 99, as a 2000, I hurt myself. and then I'm watching from the crowd, you know, and that's the days that BJ can be a champion. Yeah, he do a final one of my student, and the next year, well, it's the life changing, and then I do some stuff, and then I'm not be in the world anymore. Yeah.
Well, let's go back in time. Here we have your first gi ever. How old were you when you got this gi?
Well, this is to say since 1970, you know, it's a 5 year, but like I say, we use the gi for a long time. They don't give you a gi all the time.
Right.
You know?
You didn't have a sponsor back then?
Not a sponsor like I have a Fuji today, you know, it's a completely different. But, and that's the kind of gi they make before. It's, we know it's kind of funny history, but it's back then in the academy, if you show up in the school, you know, to do the first lesson, you don't need to have a gi. At the school, my father and my uncle, they have 4,000 gis.
Wow.
Everyone be in the school, the first thing he got is a little basket with the gi, towel, soap, sand, and the key for his locker room. And then as soon as he changed and he have his class, as soon as he finish, he leave everything there and go home. Next time he coming, he have another fresh gi for him.
Laundry service.
It's amazing because you know, the man put this everything to work and make it like a clock. That's the man, Royler Gracie. Yes.
That's amazing.
You know, we have it kind of laundered 2 times a week. I remember back then, I'm a little kid, help them to, you know, to put it in the van. And they have a guy coming from Teresópolis, where the house is, and drive back, bring the clean ones, take the dirty ones, and hang everything. We have a machine to clean the gi. We don't clean 2 or 3 gis at a time. We clean 30 gis at a time.
Wow.
It's the size with the car.
Right.
You know, it's a machine. It's amazing, you know. We don't have one machine. We have maybe a couple machines. And yeah, one more time, to put everything to work like this, and the only man I see is Royler Gracie.
That's amazing. So looking at this gi, gis were made a lot different back then. This almost looks like a karate gi. It's flat, it's not woven, and it has very short sleeves and short pants. So gis were different back then.
You know why they did different? They did like this before? Because my father believed the time we need to prepare yourself for the street, for the self-defense. We don't need to have too much stuff to grab me. We're not thinking about the competition. If you fight with someone, you're not gonna pull in the guard and wait for him to throw a punch. You know, you're just gonna block, you know, clinch, put him down, or if you're on top, you try to trap his arm without the gi, without the clothing. You know, and that's make a difference. And that's the idea back then. Yep.
Cool.
We have the Abu Dhabi. You ask me, what's a special year for me? One of the most is a more special year for me is a 99, because I be Pan American champion, I be a world champion. Actually, I be national champion, Pan American champion, is a world champion, Abu Dhabi champion, and then I fight with Sakuraba at the end of the year.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
For the little guy like me,
Yeah.
it's kind of big accomplishment. You
Absolutely.
know? Yeah.
Did all that competition lead to your injury in 2000?
No. It's back then I got a, what I have, I just don't even remember anymore. I think it's kind of disc problem. Yeah.
Right.
And then I just need to kind of do some exercise and I'll be able to compete, yeah. But I'm just back and roll right away, you know, that's good.
So let's start at the second medal here. This is 1994, the very first Brazilian National Championships. But before that, in 1975, you won a gold medal at the state championships. What were the tournaments like in 1975?
Man, sometimes I'm my little kid, you know, it's kind of 10 years old. It's so funny. But we just get early in the places, sometimes in the north area, in Rio. We just go there very early, and then we still see the people put the match, you know, for the fights. And then we run around, play soccer, you know, like every kid, you know, it's amazing. It's kind of fun, having a good time. And then sometimes your old brother, Hollis, you know, Hickson say, hey, you're gonna fight right now, they call you. And then you run, you put your gi, you say, get inside, fight, and go back to the... to play, you know. It's amazing.
Were they pretty small tournaments at that time?
It's pretty big, you know, for the time. It's pretty big, yeah.
Wow.
And you can see the difference between the medals, you know,
Yeah.
almost 20 years after, you know, it's become a big medal and then it's more professional. Yeah, it's amazing.
That's awesome. Over here, all the World Championship medals.
Yep.
And here we have the man himself. What do some of the newspaper articles say behind him?
Well, they say that the Royler Gracie can tight his hands and challenge anyone. He put 10,000 cruzeiros, the money in back then. Let's say 5,000. Someone make him happy. Yeah.
What a legacy he created. Huh?
Yeah. His Royler Gracie triunfo. Is a battle with the rest on the Maracanã. And Maracanã is the big stadium in soccer. Yeah, him and Kimura.
Founded in 1969, Fuji Sports is your #1 source for gis and grappling gear, specializing in superb customer service and high-quality judo and jiu-jitsu uniforms at competitive prices. Fuji Sports is a proud manufacturing partner with many established organizations throughout the world, and is also a proud sponsor of U.S. Olympians, BJJ World Champions, and MMA superstars. Fuji Sports offers gis, rash guards, t-shirts, backpacks, shorts, gloves, and more. Visit Fujisports.com to buy or customize your own gear today.
Okay, we're gonna see the very simple one is a self-defense. Actually, we have this one here. Someone tried to choke you. Wait. We have 2 or 3 different options. We're gonna see one between, not the easy one, not the harder one. Okay, the one we're gonna see is gonna hold here. We're gonna hold the elbow, throw the arm inside, step the leg forward. 1, trap the neck, move your hip, just put in the air, and then you're gonna throw me. Okay, let's do this a couple times. And hold. 1, 2, and 3. Right there. Boom. Okay, stop here. And the neck. Alright. And this time we're gonna trap my arm under. Exactly. Trap my arm right here. Just control from here. So lift your head up a little bit. That's perfect. One more time. Let's go from this angle right now. One more time. Wait. Hold the elbow. 1, 2, 3, yes, 3, 4, 5, and 3. Okay, now after that you have 2 options. One, you can go from here, and this hand's coming here, and you squeeze and break here, boom, right? And the second one, wait, go back again. Let's say you trap my arm under, go under, yes, go, and then the guy tried to escape and put the hands in your face. Okay, you're gonna put the hands in front, it's gonna pass the leg, go for the arm bar. Straight, right there. That's good. Let's work with 2 options now. 1, 2, 3. Right. Trap. If you let you hold, exact, and you break down right there. Right. If you go trap again, if you escape and start to push you, exact, and then you press the leg, bang, bang. All right, that's good. Okay, and then we still have the third option. Hold. Same thing. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead, bang. Okay, stay here. Okay. If I turn, you're gonna mount in him and control. Stay, open your hands, open your arms, follow him. Open your knees, follow him. Right. Exact. Follow him. Right, that's good. The idea, if I decide to run away, you're just gonna mount and control.
Just let them move.
If you put the hands in your face, go the arm bar. If you don't do nothing, trap his arm and break his arm.
Very good.
Okay, let's go slowly. One more time. See, 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Okay, if I don't do nothing, trap my arm and go for the first one. If I try to push, you go for the arm bar. Right. If you're here and then I turn, you're just gonna mount and control him, right, exactly, control him from here to here. Right, that's perfect. Got it.
Good stuff.
Yep.
a lot of guys in your family are more focused on one side of the art or the other. Maybe more on the self-defense side, maybe more on the competition side. You have the unique experience of competing a lot, and you also focus on the self-defense. What's your opinion on the balance of that?
Well, Jiu-Jitsu is created by art is gonna be a self-defense, you know. And if you see if you pick 1,000 people in the street, I don't think 5 will be a competitor. And that is the most important thing for us as a Jiu-Jitsu, you know. Teach something. If he need to use one day, he's gonna be able to use and defend himself. And that's always my father say, you know, the self-defense is the key. And by the way, competition is a self-defense, you know, and that's the people sometimes they don't realize. They think, okay, I'm gonna do a competition only. But if you be on the floor and put someone between your leg, you know, you need to block his hands to not let him punching you. And the time you on the bottom, you know, if someone try to throw a punch, you're gonna put your arms on top of his biceps and control him too. You know, in the same way you use the competition to defend yourself, you use the self-defense, is already included in Jiu-Jitsu to defend yourself. It's everything in the same bag, I can say, you know. It's not a balance, it's something I need to use. If I need to use to help myself, it's already there.
Yeah. I know in your schools and also in my jiu-jitsu training as well, we started out with a lot of self-defense. I think it's really strange when there's beginners that know how to berimbolo, but they don't know how to defend a headlock. Right? That's a bad problem.
Exactly.
On the other hand, is it possible, are you able to always be interested in doing self-defense, even after all these years? Because the self-defense techniques don't really change. Whereas sport jiu-jitsu, there's always new moves coming. Does the self-defense hold your interest year after year?
You know why? Because that's what I'm saying. It's a basic and easy to learn. You know, and then if you need to use, it's already there. It's so simple. It's not something you need to be athlete. You need to be intelligent. You need to be strong. You know, as soon as you learn to ride a bicycle. As soon as you know how to ride a bicycle, it's easy. If you have a bicycle, you're gonna run. You know how to ride. It's easy. It's same thing in Jiu-Jitsu. At the time you do the program, it's a self-defense. It's make it so simple for you to make the transition for whatever you like to go. And by the way, it's not everybody's a competitor today. You know, if you see it in the street, like I say one more time, is the guys drive the kids' school drive, you know, the bus. He's not a jiu-jitsu guy sometimes, and then he be able to defend himself. He don't know how to do the berimbolo, but he know how to defend the punch. He know how to clinch someone, and that's easy. Yeah.
What do you say to the guy that says, I live in Orange County or Southern California, it's very safe, I don't need to worry about self-defense, I just want to practice spider guard and de la Riva guard and all these more sporting style jiu-jitsu, I'm not interested in self-defense. What do you tell that student?
Well, I'm just gonna tell him he can do whatever he wants, whatever he feel comfortable. He's still training jiu-jitsu. In my opinion, this is good, but he's gonna be compromise himself, and the day he need to be in the realistic fight with someone, and then he's gonna say, "I'm not gonna fight nobody ever." Say, okay, let's say one day you discuss to your brother, and both is gonna grapple. And he's gonna come and talk to you and try to punch you. If you try to do a berimbolo and this stuff like this, it's gonna be very hard. I don't have nothing against berimbolo and 50-50, but this is a special position for the competition. I don't do this in the street fight. You don't do this in MMA fight, you know. And that need to be very honest, you know. Everyone can do whatever you want, you know.